She wasn't begging. She was selling flowers in the freezing cold, with twins holding her shaking hands. Then a billionaire stopped his car, and nothing stayed the same. If stories like this move your heart, like the video and subscribe to Inspiration Stories Box. The wind cut through the streets like a blade. Snowflakes danced under the yellow streetlights as cars rushed past, their heaters warm, their passengers untouched by the cold outside. At the corner of the signal stood a woman no one noticed, except if you looked closely. She was thin, wrapped in a worn shawl, holding a small basket of flowers. On either side of her stood two little boys, twins, no older than 5. Their cheeks were red from the cold, their hands trembling as they clutched her coat. "Mommy, my fingers hurt," one of them whispered. She knelt immediately, rubbing his hands, forcing a smile she no longer felt. "Just a little longer, sweetheart." Her name was Amina. Once she had a warm home, a husband, dreams. Then illness came, then debt, then loss. Now flowers were all she had. Cars stopped at the red light. She approached one window after another. "Flowers, sir, just one flower." Windows rolled up, heads turned away. One man laughed and shook his head. Another pretended to be on the phone. The twins stood silently, trained by hunger not to cry. Just as the light turned green, a black luxury car stopped beside them. The engine purred softly. The windows were tinted. Amina hesitated. Rich people never bought flowers. But she stepped forward anyway. "Sir, flowers?" she asked quietly. The window slid down. Inside sat a man in his 40s wearing a tailored coat. His eyes weren't rushed. They weren't cold. They were watching her children. "How long have they been out here?" he asked stiffly. We sell until we can buy dinner." The man looked at the twins, one of them shivering so hard his teeth clicked. He felt something twist painfully in his chest. The signal turned green. Cars honked behind him, but the billionaire didn't move. "Get in the car," he said gently. Amina froze. Fear flashed across her face. "I'm not asking for money," she said quickly. "Please, sir." "I know," he interrupted softly. "I just don't want them freezing out here." The twins looked up at their mother, confused. "Mommy?" Amina hesitated. Every instant told her to protect her children, but something in the man's voice felt safe. She nodded slowly. Inside the car, warmth wrapped around them instantly. The twins gasped, pressing their hands to the heater vents like it was magic. The man handed them hot chocolate bottles he kept in the back. "Drink slowly," he smiled. They did, eyes wide, hands steady for the first time all night. Amina clutched her flower basket nervously. "I'll get out wherever you want," she said. The man shook his head. "First we eat." He drove them to a small restaurant that was still open. While the twins devoured pizza like they hadn't eaten in days, the man listened. He learned about the hospital bills, the eviction, the night spent counting coins, the flowers bought on credit. When she finished, Amina whispered, "I don't want pity. I just want my children warm and safe." The billionaire looked at her for a long moment. "You remind me of my mother," he said quietly. "She raised me alone, too." The next morning, Amina woke up in a small hotel room, clean, warm, real. On the table was an envelope. Inside was a note. "This is not charity. This is a chance. There's a flower shop downtown that needs the manager. If you want the job, it's yours. Your children start school next week." Tears soaked the paper. Weeks later, the twins waved from their classroom window. Amina arranged flowers in her own shop, this time indoors, with warmth, with hope. And every time a black luxury car passed by, she smiled. Because one man stopped, and that stop changed everything. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Inspiration Stories Box. Your support helps us spread stories of kindness that truly matter.